Alright, subtracting mixed fractions. Now, this is can be quite a difficult process. So, I'm going to teach you a strategy that will work all the time. It can be a little bit longer, however, it will work. So, to subtract mixed fractions, all we need to do is to change our mixed fraction. So, let's start with 2 1/4, subtract away 1 3/4. Now, to subtract away these fractions, we don't want to use the same technique as adding, where we go 2, subtract away 1, then 1/4, subtract away 3/4. In this case, it won't work. Okay? In a number of cases it will, but to eliminate the ability to think about this too hard, we'll change each of these mixed fractions to an improper fraction. So remember, improper fractions, we multiply 2 times 4, gives us 8, we add 1, gives us 9. So that's going to be our top number over 4. We're going to subtract away 1 4 is a 4, plus 3 is 7, 7 over 4. Alright, so remember, we have 2 wholes that are split into 4 parts per each one. That's why it's 8, and then we have 1 more to add on there. And again here, we have 1 whole split into 4 parts, plus another 3 gives us 7. Once we have that, 9 subtract away 7 gives us 2. And remember, we don't go 4 take 4, that's how many parts it is, which equals 2 over 4. So 9/4 subtract away 7/4, so 9 take 7 is 2/4. Now, remembering simplifying fractions, 2 over 4 can be halved to 1 over 2. And there is our answer, and that's what we call our answer in its simplest form. Okay, in simplest form. So, we were able to recognize that it had the same denominator, which was made this example quite nice and easy. Let's look at another example where the denominator is not actually the same. So, let's take 3 and 1/5, subtract away 1 and 2/7. This looks quite difficult. We don't have a calculator. We need to do this all without a calculator. So, again, change each of these fractions into an improper fraction. So, 3 wholes split into 5 parts per each one, which gives us 3 times 5 is 15, plus an extra 1 gives us 16 over 5. Subtract away 1 times 7 is 7, 8, 9 over 7. Okay, we want to have the same denominators here. So, in order to do this, we want to maybe multiply 5 and 7 together to give us 35. How did I change 5 to get to 35? I times by 7. That means I times the top there by 7. And that there will give us 112 on top. 7 times 5 gives me 35 on the bottom, so I times the top by 5, which gives us 45 on the top. Now all I need to do now, I've got the denominators that are the same. I subtract away these 2 denominators, which gives us 67 out of 35. Now, our answer here is in an improper form. We can do 2 things. We can change that to a proper form, to a mixed fraction, or we can keep it as an improper. It depends on what the question is asking for you to do. So, let's just keep this, in this case, as a improper fraction, and we'll leave it as this. So again, let's recap this. 3 and 1/5 minus 1 and 2/7. We changed it to an improper fraction. We made the denominators the same. Alright, and then we subtracted them. Okay, there is subtracting mixed fractions.